Hi everybody. So I wanted to do a new series on this channel about recreating box art. This is Wrath of Kings. I'm kind of a Simon, Coldmania or not, fanboy. I love their minis, their games, just the like Massive Darkness, the others, Zombicide. There's a ton that are just really great that I love, and I feel like the rules are never too complicated to get into. Like, it's the type of game where you could easily teach somebody. There's like a rhythm, like just going through a few turns of it. There's kind of like a rhythm that you get into games usually. But I feel like also Wrath of Kings is really underrepresented on YouTube. Like, if you want to paint a Space Marine, there's a million different videos on YouTube about how to paint a Space Marine, but there's like, I looked it up, there's not much as far as Wrath of Kings goes. And these guys are gorgeous. I love how they do their box art. Like, I love how these guys are painted, and I love how they like base the guys and stuff like that. They also have some like amazing minis. They just look, they don't look out of place in like any fantasy kind of game. And that's another thing I'm going to use them for, is D&D. Alright, let's start off with the unboxing. I'll show you what comes in the box. So, when I was a kid, like when I was younger, way back in the infancy of the internet, Coldmania or Not was a website, and it was like a Hot or Not kind of thing. It was like a Tinder website for minis, and it was like you went on there and you voted, like upvoted things or downvoted them. I mean, they still do that. There's still a lot of like tutorials and stuff like that. These are great. These bases are fantastic. These are like my favorite kind of heroic scale bases. But yeah, Simon was like a Hot or Not thing where you voted whether minis were cool or not, and then they started making games. And I mean, I'm not really sure about this. Like, I'm not playing internet historian today, but there's the sculpt. I think that's one complete guy. But yeah, like I said, they still have competitions. They have videos on painting and tutorials and stuff. But they made they had several successful Kickstarters. I mean, there's just so many of them. So many great games that came out of Kickstarter, like Zombicide, Massive Darkness. Those are a couple of my favorites. You can see these sculpts are really, really nice. And not complicated to put together either. And then this box, I got this box from this guy off eBay. He charged me like, I don't know, like it's like $16 for the whole box, and then this guy comes with, I want to say like 12 of these swordsmen. So start with, I'm just gonna clip these guys off their screws. File off. Check that out. Like, no seam lines. If your parts come out slightly bent like this, one way that you can fix them really easily is just take a little bit of warm water from like a coffee pot like this, and then put them in something, and then you just dip it in there and straighten it out. See, you can even do it one-handed. Easy. So I'm going to take a break from gluing these guys together. I'm going to start making some bases. And looking at the box art, I think that what this stuff is cork. I'm pretty sure. If you look close, it really looks like cork. I use that sometimes. I actually prefer to make stuff like this out of foam core, but just to kind of get it as close to the box art as we can, I think we'll use cork. And I get like big rolls of this stuff. You can get it at like office supply places, hobby places, Hobby Lobby, Michaels. You might have it at Walmart. Start by hosing this guy a little bit. Probably just press it right in there. Yeah. That looks cool. Let's see. Yeah, pretty close. And one way that you can do this is you can take a Sharpie and then kind of color the bottoms of these guys, or like just dip it in some ink or something like paint. and then just put it down like that. Make some little marks. You want your guy to go in. So I've done up a few little bases this way, and that's like, I added like a couple little pieces of aquarium gravel. I have some of this like these static grass tufts, but this is like my favorite mini out of the box. So I think I'm gonna do, and also his legs are a little more spread out. They don't quite fit really well inside there. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe build something up that looks a little more epic. Just up a little higher. So this is, this is the cork stuff, but I like to use foam core. So if you take foam core like this, and then you peel the backing off of it. Come on, work for me. You can get some really cool looking stone texture out of that. That's how I did this guy's base, and I think he looks pretty epic. I like that better, so I think I'm gonna do something like that. Get it going up at an angle a little bit. Okay, so this is what I came up with for like a kind of epic base for this guy. Almost like a surfboard. I think it looks cool. I think it definitely makes his pose look a little more dynamic. So I just kind of built up a little spot with some aquarium gravel and then sort of shaped a piece of foam core to look like a big slab of rock. So I use this stuff a lot. This is a fine pumice gel. It's just a really fine kind of ground sand, stone, pumice, and acrylic medium. So I use it to kind of add a little bit of texture to, or fill in, like, let's see, this spot like back here around this guy's foot, and then on here, let's see this foot. A little spot under there, so I'm just going to kind of fill in that part with a little bit of this stuff, and it adds some stone kind of texture too. Plus it seals it. The acrylic binder will seal the base as well. So got this guy kind of closer to where I want him to be, like an epic base, like a surfboard rock cluster thing. But another thing that I wanted to show is this is how I like to use a foam core to make little rocky, you know, outcropping things. So, well, I was doing this, so I'm going to show you this. What I like to do, or this is my vision for these guys. I know that this is supposed to be reproduced in the box art, and the box art doesn't necessarily look like this, but this is cool. So I'm just going to take some Elmers, kind of, you know, around the base, and it's not even really watered down. It's like pretty much straight out of the jar. And then I'm gonna sprinkle in a little bit of this ballast stuff for scorched earth, which I thought would be perfect for Nasier. I'm not sure how you say that. Nasier. We need like Anton LaVey or something. Alright, so these guys are all ready to prime. I went ahead and, you know, went around the bases with this pumice gel stuff after I added the ballast, the railroad track kind of stuff. Like I like the scorched earth look though. And then these guys with the kind of more like epic bases, you know, like sculpture bases. I that's how I kind of like to do it, to do like an epic base. I actually really like how these guys look. Where I took two pieces of the cork and then kind of stacked them on top of each other, and then, you know, like pop some aquarium gravel in there and then put down the ballast. I actually really like how that looks. Probably do that a lot more. Here's another one. Let's see. Looks really good. And then here's this guy. So I was gonna do this guy, like stick him down to some sticky tack and then paint him, and then put him down on, like, to paint the base and then do him down on there, but I decided not to. Just decided to make my life a little bit easier, because basically we're just gonna prime everything black pretty much, and then like the box art, these guys are like, if you look at the box art, just don't knock everybody over. Like the colors, you know, on these guys, like, I don't know, like maybe 90% black, you know, to start for like a base coat, and the bases themselves. So I don't think it really matters all that much. But yeah, I'm gonna prime these guys. Alright, so I went ahead and primed these guys, but I didn't prime them black. I primed them kind of neutral gray. Neutral gray just means that it could go either way, like dark or light, or warm or cool, meaning like red or blue, like hot or cool colors. And now I'm gonna mix up a little bit. I am gonna do black, but I'm gonna do like some kind of anti-zenithal. So I'm mixing up a lot of black in here. I took I'm using Vallejo's black paint. It's a really nice, like, I love Vallejo paints. Like, I think they're the best. And then I adding some airbrush medium to it. All right. So anti-zenithal means that instead of hitting your guys from the top to give them some highlights with like a white, you know, or like a gray or something, you're gonna hit them from the bottom with the black. Instead. So we're going like up, kind of. Instead of going, you know, this angle, we're going up. Or straight on, kind of, in this case. So, the anti-zenithal thing works really good, I think, for these guys. Because, okay, like, look at the box art. Got the box art right here. So this part, like the upper part, it's all gray. If you look at that, like, it actually makes your job easier to not paint them all black, and then to, you know, go work from like more of a neutral gray. And yeah, you know, the airbrush is a little bit swatchy. It's kind of hot today, or it's been a little bit hot, so the paint kind of atomized a little bit, but it's fine. They'll look fine when they're totally painted. But I'm thinking we'll just do one guy, and then this is one of the guys. Or let's see, I'll find a better one. This guy, I think his base kind of resembles the box art the most. So we'll do one guy, and then we'll make him look like this guy. But I'll show you how I think they did that. And I'm gonna use all Vallejo paints because I love Vallejo. These guys have a very simple palette. Color-wise, you know, we've got some grays, some reds, you know, a little bit of like kind of whitish, like non-metallic metals. Really simple, like red, white, black, a little tiny bit of gold, you know, some flesh tones, just a little bit. Even for, you know, for the bases too, like a little bit of red, gray, black, white. So I think I'm mostly just going to use a few colors. I'm just going to use like black, white, red, and then I've got a couple washes. I've got a black wash, a red wash, and then a gold, and then like a brown to kind of darken some of the gold. I think that's it. I mean, we'll see, but pretty sure that we can do the whole thing with just, you know, mostly just black, white, and red. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like there's really that much to the robes. I mean, they're like kind of darkish gray, and then they get darker in some spots. But I am gonna do an all black coat on these little tabards, I guess, and like the belts and stuff, the fanny pack, tool belt, and then we'll probably do the gold last. I think I'll do the red. I guess I need to get these a little whiter too. But I'm basically just glazing on colors, doing a little bit of wet blending, a little bit of feathering, to just kind of gradually getting lighter, and then a little bit of edge highlighting in some spots. It's pretty close. Those are a little bit lighter. Need to go a little bit lighter. So I did the same thing with the red, just kind of gradually building up some layers. But there's this little highlight on his on like the top of his mask, and I actually just left his eyes like kind of black from the underpainting. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna make like a kind of like a pink. It's the thing that I don't like about painting red, is that you try and lighten it and it turns pink. But I'm just gonna put a little finer brush for this. A little tiny pink highlight right there. Just on one side. Yeah, I think I like it just on one side. Just to kind of catch a little bit of a highlight. Maybe both. Too pink. Want that more red. So I ended up doing, if I can get the camera to focus, I ended up doing like a little tiny highlight there, and it looked pink, so I knocked it down. I kind of like the deep red, like lacquer look better anyways. But I'm pretty sure that this is that's most of the, you know, that's like pretty much most of the way there, like how they did it. All we got to do now is like the sword, and I'm not really a fan of non-metallic metals. I think it's kind of overrated, but we'll do it just cause. I might do it with a twist though. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like a lighter color on one side, or do it like sort of reversed. So what I mean by that is that on this side it's going to be like whiter at the top and darker at the bottom. Need to wet blend that a little bit. So we're going to make it darker on this side. See what I mean? So it's going to start out really dark this side, and then it's going to be lighter at the top. I'm going to kind of blend those into each other a little bit. I like the idea of him having black gloves on too, instead of flesh tones. I think the flesh tones look a little out of place. So dark, yeah, dark down here. Right, light at the top. And then on this side, it's going to be dark at the top. And light at the bottom. See what I mean? And we can do like a white highlight on some, like, I mean, there are some cool things you can do with non-metallic metals. I personally, I like, well, we'll do it my way. Maybe some little stripies. Focus. There. Okay, never mind. Okay, and then now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a silver, yeah, let's see, gunmetal. I'm gonna take a gunmetal color, and I'm just gonna water it down. Get it nice and diluted. And you can see these Vallejo pigments, they're really nice. Like you can thin them down a ton and they don't really, you know, you still have a lot of pigments even when you thin them down a lot. And then I'm gonna do like a little wash with the silver. There we go. Like that high contrast. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a black wash. On the wraps. All that's left now really is to do the gold. I mean, it's actually an easier batch paint than I thought it was. Alright, so let's see how this gold looks compared to... Mix a little bit of this red in there. Just kind of glaze some of this on a little bit, see how that looks. Oh, that's bright. Alright, did all the little gold parts. You know, that's not 100%. That's pretty damn close though. I like mine better. The only thing that's left is one of these little static grass tufts. So let's see. And it looks like they might have made theirs a little bit more yellow. Might have painted theirs a little yellow. Let's see. Alright, that's for the thumbnail.